All right, everybody, welcome back to the Open Road Podcast. Today's guest is Carlos Salinas. He's my cousin, and welcome to the show, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, actually? How are you, Andy?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. First of all, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I really do. I know people get busy and they're working. You just got out of work today, I think, right?
I got off pretty early, actually. I got off at 3.
Okay, so but you had to hang around, get
it took me 30 minutes to get here, but
not bad.
Not bad. It was a good, nice little drive, actually.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, that's good, man. So got a few things we can talk about. One of the first topics I want to hit with you is your family life, because, you know, and we're going to get to the cancer part that you got diagnosed with and where that took you. But tell me about your life, bro, like before the cancer, kind of how you were as a father, a husband, a brother, you know.
Well, I guess
a son.
It would be like any normal guy, I guess. I would go to work. My hobbies are going fishing, playing softball, just playing with my boys, hanging out. But, yeah, I would go to work 5:30, get out 3:30. So it was pretty just normal life, just relaxing, I guess.
Yeah.
But
so how did what got you kind of diagnosed? How'd you figure that out?
First, let's say
I don't know the story.
First, let's say I think if you're a guy, most guys don't like going to the doctor, right? I'm one of those. I don't like going to the doctor. I'm really hard-headed. That was just something I wouldn't do, dude. And well, the first thing I noticed was like on my waistband, I had like to me, I thought it was like a hernia. You know when you get a hernia, te sale like a little ball or something, it's just there, like a little lump.
Yeah.
So I had it, and I'm like, man, I probably picked something up wrong or something, so I had the bump in it. I probably had it for, that I can remember, probably about 2 years, right? So, yeah, right? So I just kept pushing. I'm like, it's not hurting. Eventually, I know it's a hernia.
But you feel it.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. It was just a little lump, like, I wouldn't say as big as a golf ball, but it was less than a golf ball, and it was just there. So I'm like, man, it's a hernia. I got to get surgery, get it fixed. Eventually I'll get it done when it starts bothering me. I kept going. I kept pushing it. Well, eventually another one came out, like on my inner thigh, right? Mm-hmm. And that time I'm like, you know what? Fuck. Like, I got to start getting it checked. And I was over 30. I'm like, let's just go to the doctor, get preventative checks kind of stuff, and just go, right? So I go, I fucking go in there just like nothing, thinking it's just, it's a hernia, we'll get taken care of, we'll get a in and out surgery kind of thing. And this guy starts looking at me, checking me, x-rays and stuff, and he's like, hey, he goes, you got insurance? And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, dude? Like,
yeah, when they're asking for insurance.
and I'm like, what do you mean by that? And he goes, well, I hope you have good insurance, because I think what you have is lymphoma. And when he said that to me, like, if I were to say that to you, what does that mean?
Right. What is that?
Yeah, like, okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what is that? And he's like, well, it's cancer. And, dude, like, when you hear cancer, like, my first thought is just,
I'm dying.
Yeah, like, I'm going to die. Like, right.
Now, did they tell you this in front of your wife? Or?
No, I was alone. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor thinking, like a preventative check, like a physical kind of thing, right? Like, I'm going to tell me you're healthy as a horse, get the fuck out, like, go do your thing, right?
It's not. This horse got mange.
Fuck no, like, yeah. So
this horse is mangy, bro. Like,
this horse needs some shots of antibiotics or something, right? So it starts there. But when I went, this was right before the cook-off, right? The rodeo cook-off. So my leg had gotten really swollen. And I just thought, man, I've been walking a lot, like, fuck. So I had already talked to the doctor. So when he saw that, he put me on blood thinners. And blood thinners, he gave me a high dose at a quick amount of time, because he wanted my leg not to be swollen, correct, right? So I understand his part on that. So, dude, I was really fucked up at the beginning, like, and we didn't know so much stuff was going on at one time, right? So I had an ulcer in my body that we didn't know that was bleeding. So the blood thinners
in your stomach,
in my stomach.
Oh, okay.
So the blood thinners, it was all because of the cancer. Actually, we found out later, but it started bleeding with the blood thinners, and it had probably been bleeding for maybe a good 2 days. Fuck, dude. So this made my stomach just fuck up. Like, it was just really, really bad, right? So I'm at my house. I'm in the backyard. My boys are playing in the backyard. I'm already been thinking this has already been probably like 2-3 days from when I left the doctor initially, right? So I'm just like fucked up, like mentally, just I don't know what to think, you know, because you don't know where you're at.
Right.
They just told you got cancer.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking death. So I was in the back. My kids were playing. You know, I'm just like, fuck. Like, I think my wife was probably there. My mom was there. We were all just chilling, just thinking of what we could do, who to call, like where to go. You know, and I'm like, hey, you know, I don't feel good. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Like, I just don't feel good. So I go inside, and I just start like I want to throw up. You want to use the restroom. I couldn't tell, so I sit down. I'm just
like
there.
Take a shit, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. So I'm just sitting there, and then like, so I'm like, no. And then I start like, when I throw up, dude, I don't know how you are, but my whole body just starts sweating, like everything. So I just start sweating. I'm like, shit, I know I'm gonna throw up. So I get up, turn around, dude. I look down, and by the time when I wake up, dude, it's like, you know, when you get fucked up and you black out and you wake up and you're holding the toilet, throwing up, and I wake up, dude. Everything is covered in like blood. Oh, everything is red everywhere, dude. Like the walls, the toilet, the floor.
So you threw up all this blood.
I threw up. Now, I shitted out blood.
You weren't conscious doing
everything.
It.
No, I passed out.
Wow,
I hit my head. I was passed out on the floor.
Damn it.
So I woke up and I see all this, dude, and I'm freaking out, dude. And still, like, in my head, I'm like, I can clean this up. I don't want to go to the doctor. Like, I'm still thinking that, and I'm like, let me get a towel. I start trying to clean, and halfway there, I'm like, there's no point. There's no way for me to even try to clean, you know, like there's no way. So I get up, finally I get my strength to get up. I go to the open the door, and I call my wife, and I'm like, hey,
I'm fucked up.
The first thing she comes and she tells me, she's like, what's wrong? Like, she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, before you go in there, I go, we're going to have to go and call 911, first of all. I go in there and go see what happened. I go, don't get scared. I go, it's kind of bad. So when she goes and sees that, like, I'm still seeing stars. I'm still in and out. I'm passing out. Like, my vision is like tunnels. Like, it'll go black into like a little hole.
Oh, really?
Come back. Yeah, dude, it was coming in and out. I was just dazed, and they were trying to sit me down, and I didn't want to sit on the floor. So I was like, man, just get me to the bed. Give me somewhere else.
Did you feel tired or no? Like, you know how you get sleepy?
No, I didn't feel sleepy. I just felt like, I don't want to say woozy. It was just like, I've never done that trance stuff, but I would think it feels like that.
Like you're in deep state of like,
yeah,
something's
like you can't
over.
control it,
Yeah,
and
okay.
it just makes you like just pass out, and then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So that happened. They put me on a chair. They call the EMTs. They come and get me, right? EMTs, I was able to walk to the front door, and EMT opens the door. He's like, hey, man, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I feel good. Like, I already came back. Like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. He's like, have you seen yourself in the mirror? I'm like, no. Why? He goes, man, you have no color. You're like gray, dude. Like, you have no color. You have no blood pressure. Like, like, and I'm just there. I see all my family there just like watching me get on the little bed, I guess, taking me to the ambulance, and I'm just like, dude, like, is this my last day? Like,
how old are your kids?
My oldest is 6, which is Adrian, and my youngest is 2.5. He'll be 3 in May.
So Adrian.
So they were when this happened, he was probably 5, and Nick was probably maybe just barely turning 2, maybe. So Nick, he didn't know what was going on.
Right, but
Adrian, he probably saw, but I never really told him what I had. I just told him, hey, I'm sick. Daddy's sick. Or when I would go do my treatments, I would tell him, hey, like, you can't really get close to me. So I'd stay in the room, or I'd be like, hey, you can't, like, Daddy's sick. Just, you know, which is really hard, dude. Like,
oh, man,
you know how you are with your kids, right? Like, your girls, you want to play, and you just can't do that because what you have in your body is like poison, you know, and you can't really.
Now, is it protection for them, or is it protection for yourself?
Both.
Both, okay.
Because the chemo really kills your immune system, so it really fucks you up. They say you're not supposed to be around people because if you get sick, it's really hard to fight it off because you have no blood cells to fight it off, right? So, for one, it was for me. 2, I guess the chemo that I was taking was radioactive or something, so dude, I would piss orange, like orange Gatorade, bro.
Jesus.
It was, one of the medicines was maybe as red as that, bro.
Yeah.
And you would just see it go into your veins, and you're just like, oh, like, it's poison, man. Like, you just know it's poison, and it's fucking you up. But
And that's to kill the cancer, but it's got side effects.
It kills everything, yeah. Yeah, it has a lot of side effects, actually. My fingers went numb probably to about here for a good 3 or 4 months. I would grab the remote, I couldn't change the channel, dude. Like, it was dead. My hair fell out, of course. I was like you for a while, actually.
So you
which is beautiful, by the way. I love the baldness.
You finally experienced what sex is like. Right?
Yes, by the way. Yeah, by the way.
I've been living this style for like a long time already, bro. I've been bald since I was like 15, I guess.
I have hair now, but dude, like I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, should I fucking shave it again, dude? That's coming back in the summer maybe because it's fucking hot.
Yeah, it is hot. I mean, you kind of get used to it, but
yeah, it's a different feeling, dude.
Yeah.
One thing I hated, I don't know if all these bald guys are like this or it was just me, but I would sweat and it would fucking just come down.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I would have to have a rag, bro. Like I couldn't. It sucked.
And it's getting in your
it
eyes
fucking sucked. But
oh yeah, being bald is it's got its ups and downs.
But you look the same every time.
Right.
You do it yourself.
Yeah, you
look good every time.
There's an actual study, and
don't fucking cut yourself. Then you look like an idiot with a little fucking cut.
Right. So there's a study that it says the most powerful men in this world, like the perception is like a bald dude, right? Like I don't know how true that is, but I'm gonna go with it because it fucking makes sense, right? You know?
What?
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like it only makes sense, like to me, right? You know, but so now that you went through the whole chemo, how long did that chemo process take? And then when did you say, okay, we're good? I no longer have anything.
Well, we're still not good, by the way.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still nervous going to the doctor. But yeah, I'm still doing scans. Like we still have to do scans on your body. I probably have to do it for the next 5 years. Okay. So that if you don't get it back in the next 5 years, they call it cured, but you're never really cured because it can always come back, you know?
Right.
So right now I'm in remission. Mm-hmm. And I've been in remission since probably like around July.
So what's that do? Okay, no, go ahead.
But in July I didn't finish my treatment. I finished like in August.
Okay.
So, yeah, August was my last treatment, by the way.
Okay. Is that microphone fucked up a little bit? Let me see. Don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but there it is. That's the shit. All right. Now you can kind of, whatever. So you're not clear as of yet.
I don't know how to call it. It's very fucking weird, man, because...
So how does that change? How does that change life now? How does that change life with your family, right?
I wouldn't go to the doctor ever, right? So now I go like once every 3 months. Like I have to go, man. Like even if it's blood work or whatever, I have like my doctor told me the first 2 years are the most critical for it to come back. Like if it comes back, hopefully it doesn't, right? Because I really hate chemo, by the way. Yeah. I don't wish that shit on no one. It sucks. So it really sucks.
Hurts or what?
It does a lot more shit. It doesn't really hurt. Like, I mean, if you don't like needles, then you're fucked because you get needles
everywhere
all the time, right? I was lucky enough because everybody's treatment is different, man. Like mine were 6 sessions, and each session was like about 8 hours. I would have 4 major, I would have 4 major, I guess, drugs, and those like I would go in, get my blood check, go see my doctor. If everything was good, you go straight down to chemo. You get in a room, you wait, and then they take you to your chemo room, put you. I never got a port or like the IV that they put in your arm. I just tell them, you know what, just use my arms, which I kind of regret and I kind of don't. Like I got stuck every time I went, right? And sometimes my nurse would miss, so I would get stuck like 4 times, which sucked. If I had the port, like just boom, gone, get out of here, right? But the port is like a little surgery, so they have to put you down, cut you open, put it in. So I didn't want to do that.
And then get infected too.
It could, correct. So I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. Which, at the end, it got harder because they couldn't find my veins. I guess my veins were just crapping out, like I've gotten so much chemicals. But it was okay because I didn't have to do none of that other shit.
So how's your wife take this, man? Like
Dude, what's she a nightmare for both of us, I guess, or pretty much everyone around your, like, you know, you have your circle, right?
Right, yeah.
Everyone in your circle is affected, man. Like, even the people that you don't think, even people, even like you, I'm sure it affected. Like, it's just,
of course, yeah. Like
people would talk to me and be like, man, dude, you're so young. How do you have that? Like, I'm like, dude, I don't know. I pulled the wrong card, you know?
I went to your house. Fuck, you were in the middle of something, man. And like,
yes.
I remember that.
And what did you say? Dude, you were super skinny.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to die.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
so,
and I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, right.
Like, and I think it brought you back into like your whole, like, feeling your mortality as a human.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I always thought there was moments during that I was like, I'm not, like, I could have died.
Right.
Like, I never thought, like, before I started the treatment, there was many times I was depressed, dude. And I would think I'm going to die. Like, I would see my kids playing and I would just cry because, like, how do you handle that, right? So after I started the treatment, I never thought I was going to die. I just thought, like, fuck, I might have this for a long time or forever. Like, I never thought I was going to die after I started treatment.
So you had hope now, right?
Yeah, I had hope. Maybe because I started a plan, or they kind of had, told me what you were going to do.
Now, do the doctors hype you up? Do they, like, prepare you mentally? Or is it kind of like...
No, they're pretty straight. Yeah, my doctor was pretty straightforward. He told me, like, hey, this treatment, he would be upfront. Do you want to hear the stats? I don't know how you are, but I wanted to hear the fucking stats. Right. So my probability at the beginning was like maybe 60%. Like, which to me, you're like, hey, 60% is better than 10% or 30%. And so I was like, 59%. Okay, for real, right? Like, still, you're still winning, right? Mm-hmm. So that kind of helped. So I never thought during treatment I would die, right? So after I started talking to people, because during the treatment, nobody really tells you how they're feeling or what they think, right? It's more like, hey, like they're more, which kind of affected me at the beginning, because when I found out, I didn't want to tell anybody at the beginning, right? Like, I was trying to keep it a secret. Well, not a secret, but I didn't have all the answers, so it was hard for me to answer people when they would ask, like, hey, like, so it's kind of hard at the beginning, right?
And then having to explain it again and again and again. And okay.
And not having the answers or not knowing what's going to happen. And, like, how do you tell somebody, hey, dude, I don't know, I might die.
Right. Now we got a podcast so we can do it.
Yeah, right, like that. Well, I didn't die, by the way. But, yeah.
Be like, hey, guys, like, I might die this time.
Yeah.
No, I take that back.
I really hope that never comes back, by the way. But yeah.
It's hard, bro. Like, and that's a bad joke.
And at the beginning, I would.
That's how we are. For those of us that don't know us, like, we kind of kid around kind of really hard, but that's just the family, dude. Like, that's everyone.
Hey, dude, that was kind of messed up. Talking from the cancer community, by the way. Cancer survivors.
Survivors?
All right.
We all hate you now.
I'll get you a shirt. So, but whenever at the beginning, I didn't want to really tell either, because I didn't want people to feel sorry for you either, Like, oh, mijo, like, So it was very hard for me to explain at the beginning. But once it started getting out, I'm glad it did, because so many people would talk to me, be like, man, like, I hope you have so much faith, or I have so much faith in you, or I'll pray for you. And that really helped actually a lot.
Like
mentally.
Renee's one of those guys.
Yeah. But it was so really different, man. Because people from work found out, people like other people found out, and they would all tell me, like, hey, we're praying for you, or my family's praying for you. So that kind of helps too. Like, you're like, it wouldn't, like, you don't think like how many people would help, or how would want to help,
like to support you.
Yeah, which is pretty cool after you think about it. So after it started, after everybody started finding out, it was awesome,
Yeah,
it was really cool.
I could imagine that. And then not just that, right? So now at the stage you're in, now you're still dealing with it. And
yes,
I kind of feel like, if anything, you have some sort of like, well, you know what, this is how I'm doing it, for anybody else that's kind of starting this process, right? So
yeah, but everybody's different, right? So, but yeah, I kind of like, it's so weird, dude, because if you ever talk to somebody that's had to go and check to see if they have cancer or anything, all the tests are the same. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, you'd have to do a biopsy, you have to do blood work, you have to do a CT scan. Everybody has to do that if you get to that. And the point, or the time that you're waiting to find out the results, are fucking nerve-wracking, bro. Because you're like, let's just hope it's nothing, right? Like, it sucks. And I'm talking, hopefully people understand what I'm talking about, because it's fucking
well,
just
people
crazy,
that've been through that, I guarantee you're going to, like, identify with that. You know,
yeah,
like
because it's.
but for a regular person, it's kind of like waiting on your some type of answer. I don't know, like an exam or something. But even like 10 times, 30 times, 100 times worse.
Well,
right?
my point or my little time that I was waiting was about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh damn! Bro.
And that was dude. It was really bad. But in those times, I did scans, but I was waiting to try to get into MD Anderson, which luckily I did because
There's a waiting list.
it's really hard to get in. I hear.
Really?
Yeah, it's really, really hard.
Oh, wow.
So I hear like people wait months to even try to get spoken to.
So
but
you went to your own doctor at first, right? Obviously, like your
yes,
through your insurance, all that.
Yes, and he tried to send me to his specialist, of course, but I wanted to go to MD Anderson. Everybody has their own choice to go where you want to go, right? And luckily, we live in Houston.
Yeah.
MD Anderson is number one in the world.
Yeah.
So
they're not just practicing medicine.
no,
they're leading it.
Yeah, they're pretty good, man.
There's a difference, you know. Like they really are leading that fucking. MD Anderson's good, bro. Like that's probably why you're alive right now. Probably.
Have you had any surgeries?
I got my appendix removed.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
You know what I remember about that? Which
Come
there
on,
might
man.
be a few people that remember this actually.
Hit me.
You remember you guys had an Indian in the front of the Evans house. There used to be a statue.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember after your appendix got removed, I don't know who it was, but somebody cut a hole in the Indian where the appendix went.
I don't remember that.
I do. Which is kind of funny, by the way.
Yeah, they're fucking.
I don't know who it was.
Probably one of my brothers,
Was it?
obviously. Julio, I'm
What?
pretty sure.
We're not going to say no names, but yeah, I think that's who we probably would have done.
If it would have been anybody. So, damn, I lost track now.
Sorry,
that's
by the way.
old, like,
Sorry.
man, Evans.
I know
Remember
that
those
Evans
parties,
house is gone, by the way.
bro? Yes, it burned down. God.
By the way, we both grew on the same street.
That's
I
right.
think we were down
2 blocks.
two blocks, yeah,
2 blocks.
down the street.
See, I grew up more with Junior. You're.
Yeah, my older brother. Yeah, I have 2 sisters, by the way. One
One
is named.
You would have shouted
Let's
out.
give a shout out to my brothers. Nah, I got 2 brothers. One is Ozzy and Ricky. They're both. Ozzy probably grew up with him.
Yeah.
They're probably about the same age, and
I think
Ricky's a little younger.
Ozzy's 1 year younger.
I grew up with Roque, by the way. Me and him, I think, went to the same middle school together. If I'm not mistaken, we rode the same bus.
See, when I went to LECJ High School, I
Oh.
think Junior went a year there.
He
right?
went freshman year, yes.
Right. So then your dad would pick us up,
Oh, really?
and he would have. Man, he had that. I want to say it was like a Chevy or a GMC.
Yeah.
It was like gray.
Was
with
it gray and red? Yes.
The inside had wood grain.
It was a 92, I believe, with the
Oh,
moon
man.
gauge, wood grain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
thing
was a nice
bad.
truck.
And he dropped me off, you know, like. And that's kind of where I kind of like started listening to podcasting in its own.
Really?
Because your dad would listen to his AM station.
In the mornings, probably.
No, this was in the evenings
afternoon?
already. It was AM something, and the guy would just talk, man, and like we were.
So
all,
everybody knows my dad, by the way.
Yeah.
Would he have a beer with
Yeah,
him?
he would have. I mean, he may or may not, right?
Of course, he was parked when he was drinking.
Right, of
I'm
course,
not drinking
of
and
course,
driving,
of
by
course.
the way. We do not condone that.
We don't condone drinking and
Yeah,
driving,
yeah.
but you know, he's not. I mean, a beer after work, whatever.
Yeah, right.
It's open container. If anything, you're not intoxicated, right? So.
Oh,
And-
you used to be a cop.
Yeah, well, no. Well, yes, but
Well,
so an open container, you can't go to jail for that. I don't think. Jamie, could somebody pull that up?
I didn't know that.
Can you go to jail?
So would it just
for-
be a hefty fine then?
No, I think it's like just anything else. It's open container.
Dude, that'd be pretty cool. Next time you can have like, you know how that some of those game shows you have, let's call a customer, let's call a guy. You could have called the cop.
Right.
Hey, what would be your, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
no, I got you.
All right, on my next episode that I do with Open Road.
So yeah, I think you just get open. You can't go to jail for that. It's open container. You're good. But
Okay.
yeah, man, like he would drop me off, and like that's where he'd play this. I don't know if it was podcast. I don't know what it was, bro.
What would they talk about?
I don't know. It was like Spanish shit, bro. Like it was, but like me, Junior, and your dad were like we're listening like every day after school. It was wild, and that's like a 30-minute drive, you know. But those were good times, man. Good times. So we'll circle back to where we were as far as.
Oh yeah, sorry, the cancer.
Is there a mindset that if I, God forbid, right? Because we don't know what can happen. I get
Correct.
cancer. My dad, somebody, you know.
By the way, my cancer, they weren't able to tell me how I got it, why I got it. It was just dealt to me,
Yeah.
which kind of is weird. But I've read a lot of stories of lymphoma, which is what I had, and no one.
So what's the mindset, dude? Like, where do you put your fucking mind and say, okay, this is how I need to be?
Well,
Because
I had it's at the beginning. It's very hard, right?
Right.
But I was lucky to have my grandma, which my abuela Oralia, I don't know if you knew, she had cancer, a survivor, right?
Gotcha.
I think it was 98 or 97, 98 where she was going through the hefty of it, right? And I always thought, like, man, like back then, medicine is not what it was back then, right? And if she was able to do what she had to do, and I think her chemo was probably harder than mine, man. I think her cancer was worse or more. I don't know how to say it.
Right?
Yeah, right. So if she could do it, and she was so strong, and we have the same blood, by the way, and I was like, man, I can do it. Like, you know, like just that's all I thought. Like, right. Just
so
keep
you
going
had
forward.
that. You had that.
Yeah.
Like,
and I would go talk to her. I would call her, and she would tell me like, oh, like I've been through that test already. I've already done it. And she would always say, don't be scared. Like it's gonna be okay. Like, you know, I've already gone through it. Like,
she's a tough lady.
Yeah, she's really tough, by the way.
Probably one of the toughest ones we got. You know?
Yes, I agree on that. I think everybody would agree.
Right. I mean, she's just good-hearted. Anyways, I'm sorry, but
yeah, you know, like
God, man, like
she's a very special woman.
I'd go to her house when, man, I was like, that's before the Marine Corps, bro. And I would drive to the valley or whatever, and she'd be like, you got Wicho's room. It's fine. And I don't know what Wicho
would sleep on the couch.
Right. But I mean, Wicho didn't even live there either, but that was his old room, right? Yeah. And then I remember I went like one weekend when Wicho was there, and like, that was my room, like, because, well, I said so.
Yeah, right? She's a boss.
Right. And he was like, cool. You know, like, I was, and we would eat. Oh, dude.
I miss going to that house, actually, where we were all meet. Yeah, it was neat times. It was different times.
So that was kind of your pillar to reach.
Yes, it really helped. She really helped a lot, right? Yeah. And she would give me stuff to pray and just things to keep in my head. And you know, a lot of people actually do that. My wife, my mom, my brothers, like everybody kind of helped me to keep going forward. Oh, also what I was gonna say, we were talking about death or people thinking. I never it was different when people would tell me, like when you said, hey, I thought you were going to die.
Right.
It's a lot different when people tell you, I really didn't think you were going to make it.
Oh, wow.
Because that little episode that I told you when the ambulance took me to the hospital or whatever the first time, my brother called my dad, and my dad was out working out of town, I think. And he's like, or I think my mom was talking to him. And my dad's just asking her, like, hey, do I need to come? Like, is it okay? Like, can I wait? And my younger brother's in the back, and he's like, you need to come now. Like, I think he's going to die. You need to come. And when he told me that, I'm like, dude, like, really? You guys thought I was going to die, bro? I was in there fucking eating cupcakes and shit, you know? Like,
so I know we joke about it, but
yes, it's really.
So when someone's
really serious
going through that, so let's say, for example, like, was I wrong to tell you that? Like, did it make you feel any worse?
Everybody's different. Like, it didn't really affect me that way. Like, it didn't make me feel bad, but it just it started making me realize, like, man, like, at any point, I could have died. Like, you know, the chemo, what if the chemo, they would have done it wrong, or it would have gotten out of the vein, or it would have went into my blood. You know, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, right? And you don't think about that. Like, after the fact, of course, after everybody started telling me this after, you know, I was okay, right? Because nobody told me during, because if they would have told me during, I'd be like, fuck, like, I don't want to go to the doctor, right?
Freak you out, man.
But I'm glad, like, people were so open and honest with me, because I'm like that with everyone, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, we have some dark humor,
yeah,
but that's just how we are, dude. Like, and it's hard to explain to people that don't have that humor, like, side, like. Plus, I was military, bro, so like, I will lay into a motherfucker. Like, I don't. That's just how I am, right? Like, me, if I lay into you, I love you, bro. You know, like.
Yeah. But some people can't take it, right? Like, but you kind of know, you kind of get that vibe, like, hey, you can see it in the face.
Yeah, you know who's trying to fuck you up and who's not, bro. Like, I will talk shit, but at the same time, I'll do anything for anybody, man.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just how I am.
Yeah.
Like, you're the same way. Like, but we come from these traditional old dudes, like your dad, my dad, like Tio Dimas, Tio Chacho, you know, Tio Nereo, Tio Polo, like Tio Roman. Like, I'm talking like just some fucking beast, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
all of them, right?
It's all different, right? Like,
so like you're around nothing but alpha men, right? And you're like, well, fuck, like, I got to start acting like you're 12, 13 already talking like, man, I got to start acting more of a man. You know, you try at least, right? Like, like it's insane when you have so much like just masculine men around you and you're like, fuck, like this is badass. Like your dad would come drink with us, man. Like, and I'm talking because he was right on Evans, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was in the middle of the corner store. So like, you got to make a pit stop before, right? Like if you see him outside, you got to.
We'd always be drinking out there, man.
And what would he bring?
Bud Light.
25 ounce Bud Light all the time. That was his.
That was his thing, man.
Paper bag. Yeah.
And I'm glad we grew up with those type of men. I think your situation kind of what he instilled in you, I think it all displayed, right? Like,
yeah.
There's no. I mean, we love our moms, right?
And look, I'm not talking shit, but I'm kind of glad that it picked me, because like, I think I handled it well, I guess, right? Like
Versus your brothers, maybe.
No, like I don't know how they would have handled it, right?
Okay.
Like maybe Junior would have been more worried. Maybe Ricky would have been more worried.
Well, Junior worries.
I'm not saying that. I did not say that.
Junior's that kind of guy, bro. Like, Junior's a
solid guy, by the way.
Junior is probably the only person like himself, bro. This guy's just so genuine, dude. Like, I don't think that dude hates anybody. Like, anyways, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
He hates somebody.
I don't know. That might be another episode of the podcast.
Bring him on this
we can open his ass up.
Because I see him like he's more like so mellow, dude. Like, this guy, like, I almost think he knows like 10 steps ahead.
Well, I've seen him pretty angry.
Oh, I bet. Like, that motherfucker's crazy, bro. But he's like, he's his own shit, bro. Like, nobody can.
Junior's the kind of guy, and I don't know if he's probably gonna agree with this, but he won't say nothing until he's really ready to pop.
No,
right?
he's not gonna say. It's just
fuck what I'm fucking with, and then it's just
rage,
right? And you're just like, all right, calm down, dude. All right, we'll be all right. Like, you should have did that shit 2 minutes ago, right?
Junior's he's a good dude, man. Like, I think he's excellent father. I mean, he's
Junior. I think he took it harder than Ricky, by the way, and my situation.
Well, yeah,
he's a father. I think me and him,
a father.
That, and I think me and him were a little closer because we worked together. Yeah, age, by the way, and it was different. Me and Ricky have a different relationship than me and Junior, right?
Right.
But
right.
It's cool.
So you're like the rebel.
I'm not. No, of course not.
Shit, bro, because Junior's like a saint. Junior's a saint.
What does that mean?
Now, he's good, man. Like,
I'm a good saint too.
No, hell no.
I'm a saint too.
There's no fucking.
Sorry, I think I'm the first one drinking on the podcast.
Yeah, he's a saint, all right. Nah, but I'm saying like Junior's just different. You are like the rebel. Is it a middle child thing?
Are you the middle child?
Are
you a rebel?
Julio's fucking crazier than me, and he's older.
Fuck. Well, yeah. Well, that's a good point.
That dude's fucking crazier than anybody.
But y'all are different. Y'all are both crazy though.
Right.
Well,
yeah, maybe.
And Roque is not.
Roque's sane.
Well, I don't know.
Ish.
Because I've seen him do some stuff.
Oh, I've seen him. I've seen him his whole life. He's not like it's fucking crazy too, right?
Yeah. Like, so I mean, he does. We all do.
So it's like us too, though. Like me and Julio, we're 3 years apart. We partied a lot.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up kind of together. Like, and Roque was 6 years younger than me.
So it's not much you can do with the 6 until he gets older, right?
Right. Till he gets older. And then I didn't get close to Roque. Like, I didn't really start
because you probably went to the military, right? At the same time that he was growing up, or he was in high school and stuff. You were over there.
It's not till I got back and worked with him at the company.
Even when you got back, you still had shit you had to do, right? And he had stuff he was, So yeah.
I didn't get to really.
Dude, I don't think I saw you for a good 10 years, by the way, when you went to the military.
Yeah, I was gone for 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't seen you. I think I saw you at the party, but even at the party, it was just, hey, because you had to do other shit.
Right. You know what else though, man? I think things have changed between everybody. Like, I think we're all more comfortable in our skin. We're all more like comfortable around each other, right? Like, yeah. I think the conversations between all the cousins and people, like, things just go deeper now, bro. Like, they were real superficial in the beginning. I think with this, well, at least I felt that way, right? Like, man, I shouldn't tell these guys everything, or like, like they'll make fun of me, or like vice versa. Maybe somebody thought that way. And now it's like, man,
it's just open.
It's who I am, baby. Like, you either want me, get me, you don't.
Which is why this podcast is badass, by the way.
By the way,
yeah, I really. Yeah.
Oh, today's podcast is actually brought to you by Silver Scissors. Thelma is a small business owner. She works on the north side of Houston. If you want to get your beard looking like mine, go to Booksy, download Booksy, and then you'll go into, and it's called Silver Scissors. She books up pretty fast, so get with her. I know most men are tired of their beard just not looking good.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem.
Oh, yeah. You can obviously see it, right? By the way, it looks beautiful.
Today's episode is sponsored by Silver Scissors. Again, shout out in the north side of Houston if you're ever here. Anyway, so we'll move
Any
on.
other sponsors that want to go ahead and add to the show? No,
not right now, not at this moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're a very exclusive group, by the way.
I'm waiting for my Spotify deal. You know what I mean? Like, if Joe Rogan get 100 million, I need like 1 million pesos. I don't give a fuck.
Estás bien famoso in the southeast, way. Te estoy diciendo. La Evans, yeah, you got out of the Evans house, by the way.
Bro,
You got it.
We're moving up. Open roads, making moves, bro.
People are saying the Evans house burned on purpose just so you can rebuild it into something more your style because you're growing so much. You
Those
know?
rumors just fly, dude.
That's what they said on the Evans block, by the way. Motherfucker had no rumor. My renter said that, by the way. They told my dad.
That ain't true, guys, just so you know. That's not true. Anyway, so, yeah. Where the fuck were we?
I don't know. We were going with talking about death.
Oh, shit, death.
Talking about death.
Talking about it.
Did you see death in any of your trips? Or have you ever seen death? Are you scared of death?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure in the military you've come.
So the military is its own animal, right? And
have you ever thought about death after the military?
Yeah. And I think it gets more dangerous here. Because when I'm over there.
It's unpredictable here.
Right. And over
and now
there,
it's even worse. Everybody has a gun.
I got 12, 15 fucking.
Got your back.
Everybody's down, right? So that you feel better about it. Here I go to the gas station and pump fuel.
You're by yourself.
Right. Like I got myself.
You ain't got nobody behind you.
Right. I may have 15 friends with me, right? But, that's in a concealed.
It's different,
right?
yeah.
It's different. Like
you don't know who's down, right?
Right. And I think that's the difference. Now, death, I don't think I was super scared of death till I had my kids.
Okay.
Right, because
I feel that.
For the first time in my life, I felt vulnerable. Like, before that, nobody could fuck with me. You could do anything. It didn't matter.
Like, everything was done, right? And you would feel now if you were to death or you were to die,
man.
your kids, it would be.
I mean, it'd be bad. Like,
yeah.
I just want to see them grow up. Like,
yeah, right? And that was a big problem for me, by the way.
Oh, your cancer stuff?
Yeah, dude, I would go outside. They'd be playing.
Yeah.
And I would just fucking start crying. I'd be like, no. But okay.
So did you ever lose it? Like, did you ever break down? Like.
Not in front of.
You don't have to answer that.
Not in front of anyone. Okay. Actually, I did. I think I cried in front of Renee.
Gotcha.
Which.
Yeah, Renee's probably the right person to cry in front of. Like, he's good, man. Like.
Yeah, he had some. I didn't know how he was gonna take it. I didn't even know it was coming. I think he was one of the first people that I told, right?
Yeah.
And he consoled me, I guess. Yeah, pretty good. And he said some nice words for me. So that was pretty nice of him.
Speaking of Renee, man, I'll call him with because I read the Bible.
Yeah,
from time to time.
I think he does too. But
yeah, and I mean he's real good at like a lot of scripture and all that, right? So when I get stuck, it's like.
What do you mean stuck though? Like, because people say like they can read the Bible many times and it's a different interpretation every time. What do you think about that? I think it's stuck with the interpretation, and I want to hear what Renee has to say about it. Because a lot of people say you interpret it at the point of life that you're reading it, right? No. Like you try to make it mold. Okay, I have a question. Okay. Whoa. Before this might be very contradicting, by the way. But okay, good. You first. You first. Because that just made me think of something. It might change because you know how you said when someone reads the Bible, it's whatever you're going through. That's how it gets interpreted or whatever, like that, right? Yep. So because the Bible maybe knows the past, present, and future, right? Yeah. So it hits you however it's supposed to hit you in the present time. But that could change. That meaning could change 100 years from now. But it doesn't matter. It's the same message in a different way. Because maybe you just interpret it different. Because that book's made to be past, present, and future. That's fucking crazy. Okay, I got a question. Damn it. Religion. Do you believe in religion? Yes. What about Zeitgeist? Like the movie or what? I don't know. You told me to watch that a long time ago, and it talked a lot about religion. Right. So I guess what it does is it's telling you that. Right. It was the same story in all the religions. Over and over again. Yes. Like every different culture. Like, I still believed it, though. No, I mean... So I think, let me pause for a second. Jamie, did you ever find the answer? Y'all can interrupt me. I know that when y'all find the answer. Like, can we do a fact check? Yeah. I thought we weren't doing any research. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what I asked, but.
Asking about the open container.
Oh, yeah.
So if we were going to jump. Of the DWI, the open alcohol container conviction increases the penalties for the DWI.
So I guess it would open the door for you to get a test.
So you did just research open container.
Okay, if
without
they
a
find,
DWI.
If they find an open container in your car, right? It's in your car, right? Cop stops you. Hey, I smell alcohol. Hey, I got this right.
Yeah.
If he tests you, right?
Right, you'll pass it.
It doesn't matter. What do you mean you'll pass it?
You'll pass. You're not intoxicated just because you had one beer.
But I thought you couldn't even drink.
It's open container.
I thought the driving legal limit is like no beer. You can't even have one beer.
It's 0.008, I think.
I thought that was changed.
Nope. You can have 2 beers as long as you're not intoxicated.
Well, this is my first one, by the way.
Go ahead, Jamie.
The open container. Illegal to have an open container of alcohol in the vehicle or to drink any alcoholic beverage while driving. This includes beer, wine, liquor, spritzers, etc.
Okay, here's what I want you to Google and put it in exactly how I think this goes. Is an open container an arrestable offense in the state of Texas? Bam, damn, I'm good, bro.
That sounded really good.
I'm good. I'm good, dude. Like
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that, and it's gonna be a no.
I'm almost
The
pretty.
only reason I know why, I'm not gonna say who it was.
No names.
Right? No names, right? But I knew this person. No, I can't say no names. I'm not gonna say no names, right? But this person is very close to me. Is in the family.
Okay.
They were working out of town, and it might have been Sealy, Texas, maybe a little further, and they were on their way back.
May or may not.
May, right? They were it was a long day at work. They were tired. They were driving home. They decided to get a fucking kawama.
Oh, God.
Stop on the store, right? So homeboy was driving, decided to take a big old gulp with a kawama. Brand new beer. After he puts it down, looks to his left. There's a cop right there watching. Cops turn on, the lights turn on. I mean, cops pulls him over. He says, "Hey, do you want to go to jail?" Of course, your answer's gonna be no, right? So he says no. The cop tells him just get out the vehicle, makes him sure he's not drunk, makes him pour out his beer, puts the beer in the back of his truck, lets him leave. Gets a hefty ticket, right? His ticket was. I told him it was like $2,000, but it was like $350, $400. So he had to pay, right? Which is not bad, right? That wasn't bad. I thought it would have been worse. I thought you were
right because
close
it's
to
an
a
open
DUI.
container. You can't arrest you
but
for it.
The cops saw him drink from the bottle because he wrote on the ticket drinking from the bottle of Bud Light.
I'd like to meet this person off screen, obviously, and shake his hand.
You've met this person many times.
Many times.
But yeah, this person.
So Jamie, is it an arrestable offense or not? It's not in the state of Texas. Confirmed by Google. Okay, so yeah.
Confirmed by my story, dude. You're not going to jail as long as you don't have the whole bill.
I also know another guy who he went to jail, I think, because he had sold a sports car to another person, and this sports car's something about an inspection sticker or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but somebody went to jail for that, and I don't know how bad that was. But we're gonna name no names, right?
I think I know. I've heard of this story.
It's just
but I think it was because, which is very illegal. Yeah. After this happened, we found out, right? Yeah. If you buy an illegal inspection sticker, it is a felony. Yeah. Because I guess you are.
But back in the day, that's what we did.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, I think people still do it.
Everybody did it back in the day.
I think it is a felony because you are messing with a government paper, right? Or document, right? Yeah.
So maybe.
I think that's why he went to jail.
Damn it, bro.
That sucks, by the way.
I mean, I know people are like, that's easy. Why would you do that, right? Back then, man, like, it was different, man. Like,
right?
We got money, some money. Like, we're not obviously rich, right? But, like, back then, we were broke as shit.
Yeah, right?
Like, I mean, whatever you could get. Yeah.
It was cool shit.
I had hand-me-down clothes till I was 16.
Yeah, right?
I mean, fuck.
We all wore the same stuff.
Middle child, right? Yeah. I mean, all my clothes was always given to me, passed down. Like, and I get clothes from cousins, man. Like,
and you don't say nothing, right?
You wear it.
Wear it.
At that point, like, fuck it, I'm good. It's something I can wear,
Yeah, but
so I think growing up poor is actually pretty cool, and
it helps you, I guess. It wants you better yourself, I guess, right?
I did. So my girls, when I got divorced, I went to an apartment.
Do you ever tell them no?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You go to the store, you tell them no. Yeah. They tell you, Dad, I want a Barbie.
They'll ask they'll say, "Papi, can we get a Barbie today?" And I'd be like, "We don't have money."
It's hard for me to say no, dude.
It's the best thing you could do for them.
Well, that's true. I do say no sometimes, but when I was small, there was a lot of stuff we couldn't buy, so I kind of feel like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it.
And I've been through that. Don't get me wrong, dude. Like, I travel.
But yes, I do see sometimes you do gotta say no.
I travel. I like to go places. So when my daughter wants a $25 Barbie and they both want it, I can't just say no. Like, okay, you know what? I'm out doing fun stuff and I get to go and do stuff. They want that. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, let's get it. But it doesn't happen all the time. And one thing about my girls is what I've taught them so far is like, when we don't have anything, we don't have money. Like, so they know that. And I think Gami, my oldest, is more like in tune with like we don't need it, Papi. We got enough stuff. And she'll talk the little one out of wanting something at the store. And then, but the old one will look at me and give me that like, can we or can we not?
Yeah.
Like she needs that ultimate like, are we gonna get this or not?
No.
And I'd be like, no, I can't. Okay, all right. And she'll talk to the little one and explain. But then like they always get shit, bro.
Yeah, right. Like
these kids have more toys.
Kids
than,
get it from everywhere.
Yeah.
Grandma. Well, I think your mom touched on that. How they love the kids a little different, and I've seen it with my parents.
Of course.
And dude, like I don't hate on it, bro. I love that they love my kids, right? Like
spoil them because
I'd rather you love them more than you love me, right?
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Man.
Yeah, it is, right?
Because I can see I can see it. So when I got divorced, I went to a 1-bedroom apartment. I didn't have any furniture.
Okay.
I had to fucking have shit. And I mean, I had quit my job because I left the job because I couldn't keep up with the hours that it was going to take because I was working like 6A to 6P Monday through, every day of the week, right? That's what we were doing. And I couldn't stay. So I had to I was like, man, like I need to pick up some of the job. Like I'm moving into a 1-bedroom apartment, dude. Like we had an air mattress, 2 air mattresses and pillows and like sábanas. And I would just sleep on the carpet, bro, with like some sabanitas. Nah, this is a luxury compared to what we have.
Fine quality.
Right, fine quality sabanitas.
I don't think you should ever change this, by the way. I think it should stay forever.
So we would eat in the kitchen, sitting Indian style, with no table. And then I remember my oldest would walk around the apartment. And she would say, Papi, we're going to put a couch here. We're going to put TV here. Like, she would picture it in her mind, man. Like, I'd be like, yeah, yes, baby. Get them showered.
Let's do it.
Right. And I had food. I had all that.
Yeah,
but and then when I'd put them to bed, man, I would bawl out crying, bro, because like she obviously believed in me enough to we're gonna get this back. Like we're gonna make it, and we did. Slowly but surely, we got back. And it's just awesome,
weird how your kids see you, right? Like I picture when I see my kids, I think they see me as a giant, probably, right? Yeah. Like you see, when I was small, I would see my dad. I'm like, damn, this guy is humongous, right? Like shit. And then you grow up, you're kind of a little short guy, kind of way, right, Dad?
Right, but it's perception.
It's the perception how you see your parents. And I was lucky enough to have my parents all the way through, and they helped me a lot, by the way. Yeah.
So like me now that like I'm on my own with my girls, man. Like there's some times where it's like I wish I had someone there. Like okay, for example, went to the Valley this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
For their wedding, and Papi, I gotta use the restroom. Like, okay, all right.
You gotta go.
We gotta go. Like so, boom. We stop at a Love's, I think it was. They don't have a family restroom, and now I'm a dad.
So did you act like a transgender?
No, and I'm okay with transgenders. Like
yeah, I know, but
I really am. Like I don't give a shit, but I couldn't, right? Like because I can't go and act crazy in front. I mean, my daughters would probably laugh their ass off if I did act that way. But so what do? I gotta wait outside for them while they go in there, and like. What's the right thing to do? I can't take them to the men's restroom.
You can't.
I can't go to a women's restroom. Like,
see, I don't have that problem. I have 2 boys, so it's different, right?
And when you got girls, man. Like,
it's a lot.
It changes, man.
It changes you as a person also, because I saw my brother had a daughter, right, and it changed him for the better, right? And he was already soft, but now he's softer, right?
But you know what? So shut up. Fucking Junior will whoop your ass.
Hey, what are we talking about that beast? He's gonna get pissed off until he fills up.
Oh, YouTube it.
Yeah.
So, what
girls, that would be cool. Andres' fights.
Right. So when you're raising boys, you're showing them how to be men, right? Right.
Well, they're not
for the most part.
At a certain age, I guess. Right now, they're kids. Right. They're kids, just having fun.
But you're still molding them to be men. A certain right. So when you have daughters and you're a guy, you can't teach them how to be a woman. You can only show them what to expect in a man. So then that becomes.
But you teach them how a man should treat them,
Right.
right?
Right.
They
So
should
that's what they should expect.
respect.
right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I agree on that.
So like you have to be 10 times better than you were before, and that's fucking hard, dude. Because like,
Yeah,
you know, like I had to, and I went through a lot of soul searching. I've done some embarrassing shit in my life that I'm not proud of, right? Like just crazy shit. But now, like I'm seeing my kids understand more. Like I need them to one day say, when somebody says, "Hey, is that your dad?" That they can answer and say, "Yeah,
that's my dad,
that's my
right?"
dad,
Like
and that
I'm
they're
proud
of
be.
it, right?
Yeah,
So it's changing me as a man, having that and like knowing that they understand stuff now.
yeah,
And like, it's beautiful, bro. Like, and I'm
Yeah,
glad we
right.
can share, you know, that we're fathers.
yeah, right.
and, like,
I think everybody feels, or every father I think feels the same.
and
right?
there's people out there that don't have kids, right? And
Yeah.
they're already older than us, you know, like, and
Yeah.
it's like, maybe they tried, and I don't like asking anybody, why don't you have kids, right? Because sometimes
it's a touchy subject
right,
for some people,
right?
right?
It's like
'Cause they've
religion,
tried
politics,
or stuff, right?
Right, because
And
they could be
it's
trying. I don't know, but I'll tell you this: if you can get you some, man, get you some kids. Like,
man,
they're awesome, bro. Like,
it is
you know,
awesome. It is awesome.
man. Like everything I live for, everything I want to do is for them.
It's for
like,
them, right? Like you don't worry about yourself anymore. And I will say one thing: if you do have kids, you never sleep the same.
Yeah, you're right about
Right,
that.
like it goes
Anything
away, right?
wakes you
It's
up.
just it's different,
You're like,
right?
boom,
You
I'm
never
up.
go.
Yeah.
I only go into deep sleep now whenever they're not in the house,
Right.
which is weird,
Yeah.
but yeah. So
Yeah, I can
we'll
vouch
drop
for
off
that.
the kids to go to sleep. How about that? We go
Huh?
drop them off at grandma's house to sleep.
Right. So like when my girls go to the mom's house, I feel like I get like I rest more. I should say
Because you're not worried because you know they're safe somewhere, right?
Right. I know.
You
Like,
don't-
okay, there's nothing I
Your
can do
mind
from
is
here.
more at ease.
Like I can't wake up with them. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But like, and me and my ex-wife, I think we have a good co-parenting relationship. We're not best friends. We're not friends. None of that. But I feel like if I want to see the girls today and it's not my day, I can go get them and she's okay, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like if it's
I
my
think
weekend,
it should be like that,
Right.
you know,
If
because
it's-
it's not really for you and her. It's
it's for the kids.
for the girls, right? And the girls want to be with their parents,
Right.
It's-
What those little girls want is the attention of two people.
Of course.
The
I
attention
think,
of mom and the attention of dad. That's what kids want.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing else. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care what you drive. They don't care what you
yeah,
wear.
they did.
They don't care what you look like. They don't give a fuck. What do they care about? Do they have your attention? Can they talk to you?
Yeah.
And they only want it from two people. I saw it on some TikTok, and I was like, damn, that's right, man. Like,
They don't really care.
they don't
right?
care about
They
nothing,
don't care.
nothing else,
They
man.
don't care. And they come up with some crazy shit,
Oh,
right?
dude. Man, my
I
little
love
one-
it. Love it.
My little one's, she's something else, man.
Yeah. Well, is she your second?
Yeah.
What
But
is
she's
that?
actually the third with her mom, right? So,
Oh, okay.
because, you know, Lexi's already went
Oh,
18,
yeah. Okay.
And then got me 6.
My
Sessy's
second
5.
is a tornado kind of guy.
Oh.
He's a cool guy. I like.
Sessy's fucking nuts, bro.
My oldest is. He's like junior, I guess.
Oh, let me tell you a
but
story.
he pops. Oh, you got so excited.
Oh,
Now we gotta hear it. I gotta
got
hear
a
it.
story, dude. So, summertime, the girls were like doing swim class, right?
Okay.
Badass. I'd go like, it's like a 30-minute class, and then whatever. Both of them are in there. They did a class where Kami and Sassy were in the same like time, so they both go in there. Sassy somehow is the first one to come out. She makes it out, and I'm seeing through the window, and Kami's doing her little swim. Like she's getting a little extra 5 minutes, right? So,
Okay.
all right, cool, whatever. This little kid walks, I think he was in front of Ceci, and he starts crying, like a tantrum, like I mean, just
Losing his shit.
losing
Blowing
his
up.
shit, bro. And like, Ceci does this number, because I'm right there, right? I'm trying to dry her up a little bit. She looks at me. She looks down at the kid, right? Like, she looks back up at me.
Should shut this kid up.
She looks back down at the kid. She's like somebody needs to spank that kid, right?
Well, what do you do at home, man?
So I'm trying not to fucking laugh, right? Because there's nothing but parents everywhere.
Yeah.
And like Ceci doesn't talk normal. She talks loud as fuck, right? Like, so I'm like, okay. And I try to like just.
See me, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Sacar el pelo, whatever, you know? And she's like, the kid's fucking loses his shit again. So like both me and her look at him now this time, right? Like we're both in shock that this kid can do that. And the parent like, he's like, oh no, like, you know, it's okay, like, you know. And we're just, me and Ceci just looking at him. And then the fucking man looks at Ceci and he says, like, I don't spank my kids. That's not right to spank your kids. But like lecturing Ceci.
Oh, really?
So Ceci looks back up at me and she's like, Papi, you need to spank him.
Wait, was she talking about the kid or the dad?
Dad, she wanted me to fucking spank the dad.
I like that.
Oh, bro, I lost my shit at the swim thing, right? But I wasn't the only one, man. There was other parents that were just lost it. And then Sassy, with her little smile, she's like,
Oh, well, right?
like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go. It's time to go. We won, Miguel. We won. Let's
Like,
get the
Kami
fuck out.
gets out, I go, like, put him over there, like, take off, dry him up, man. Hilarious, bro. Like, the way she thinks it's different, man. Like,
Does she think like you?
I don't know, bro. Like, she's like...
It's crazy because you see things in your kids of yourself, right?
Right.
And then you see something of the mom,
Right.
and you're like, man,
I don't know if that's me or her.
Yeah, I think that's her over there.
Like...
She's throwing a tantrum. That's your mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Always. No. I mean, I think Kami, to me, is the one that's got the big heart, cares. Sassy doesn't give a damn, bro. Are your kids like that? Does one care more than the other, basically?
Yeah. My oldest, he cares.
He cares. He
My youngest, it's...
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, whatever. You say something, it's whatever.
Dude, I'll tell you something that's fucking just as funny. So, Ceci, growing up, would ignore me, right? Would ignore her mom. Like, you could talk to her and she would, wouldn't even flinch. Right? And we're like, fuck, she's got hearing problems, right? Like,
straight A's.
so Melissa goes through, calls, her insurance, right? We get somebody to come to the house and, some fucking nurse lady and shit, and she's gonna spend she's gonna spend an hour with this little girl, right? Just to see what's wrong with her, right? All this shit. She's like, your daughter hears perfectly.
She just ignores your ass.
I told
How old
my
was she
wife
when
at the
this
time,
happened?
Fuck, 3, 4.
Shit, dude.
And when I told her, I was like, she's just ignoring us. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a fuck what you're talking about. It's like, no, there's something wrong with her. I'm like, no, dude.
No, it's...
I know this child.
She's like me. That's why she don't want to hear.
So she's just ignoring everybody, bro. Perfect hearing.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with her. I was like, damn it.
Nice.
That child, man, she's fucking hilarious, bro. The stuff she does. And I'm sorry I'm cussing. I hate that I cuss, man. I'm going to try to tone it down from here on out. This podcast and the next ones, I'm gonna bring that down a notch because
I don't think you cussed that many times.
You don't think so?
No, I was counting them.
12.
It was 10.
Yeah, it's a Marine Corps.
Oh, that'd be a good thing for Jamie to count, by the way.
Damn it.
Let's see who was right. Were you right or was I right?
How many fucks I throw in one podcast?
Okay, that's 11.
I gotta stop it, dude. It's so bad. Because one day, my kid's gonna grow up. They're gonna grow my kids, and they're gonna watch one of these.
And?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
When they're older, they'll be cussing.
Maybe.
I mean, they
Except
probably...
Kami won't. Kami doesn't cuss. My little one will.
Okay.
Let me tell you another story about my little one. So we go
Your
eat.
little one sounds fun, by the way.
Bro. So we go to Frank's Grill, on Saturday morning, right?
On telephone?
No, this one's on Highway 6,
Okay.
right where I live now, right?
Is it on telephone? Yeah.
We order, right? Cool, everything's fine. I got my coffee, my water. Got my 2 girls with me. We're chilling. Everything's perfect, bro. So we order. The plates come. I get mine. They put Kami a plate.
Okay.
And the last one is Ceci. But they had switched Ceci and Kami's plate.
Okay.
So Ceci looks at it. And she's like, what the fuck is this?
Was the waitress still there, by the way?
The waitress is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Right?
Sir.
I don't know. This is a 3, 4-year-old, right? I didn't teach her this, right? I don't think I did, right? So I'm like,
they pick up everything.
Yeah.
It could have been something you're watching.
Probably the grandma.
You're watching TV. Oh, your grandma said.
No, yeah,
"What the
somebody,
fuck
not
is
me,
this?"
not me.
Yeah, right.
Like her godmother. I don't know.
Who's her godmother?
Carla.
Oh, I don't know a Carla. I know a Jamie.
Jamie
know.
Carla. And so
Which,
yeah.
by the way, her podcast was very entertaining. I liked it.
Carlos.
She has a really cool personality, by the way.
Carla's
Jamie.
a special person, dude.
Yeah, right.
She thinks she doesn't have. I got on her ass.
What?
Oh, I don't have anything interesting happening in my life. Like, man, dude, you're everybody's got a good. She's got a good.
I don't know how long hers was, but
35 minutes, man. But that was
it
my
was
bus.
like this, bro.
That
Like
was
it went
my
by
bus.
super fast, and it went pretty good.
It was my bus because.
By the way, I don't know if
I
she
was
noticed,
nervous.
but I went to school with her sister. By the way,
Melly.
yeah, King John
King John's
is partner,
partner.
correct? Right?
Partner in crime.
Partner in crime.
You know, Melly's coming on the 20th.
Oh, can't wait.
That's gonna be a good one.
I think
She's
one.
fucking crazy too.
Yeah,
But I
right?
love you, Melly. I know you're watching it. You know?
Yeah, they're
I love
cool.
you.
So is King John, by the way.
Yeah, King John.
He's-
Oh, that's.
I've met him a few times, but the
He's-
few times,
He's going to the Primos.
yeah,
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's.
King John's good.
I'm excited for that, by the way. I'm really excited.
That dude is like, I love him, bro. Like,
yeah.
That dude's
I'm
badass.
kind of scared for the poker tournament, by the way, because I don't want to lose my money, and I don't want to clean if I lose first.
You're going to be donating it to me.
Fuck you.
As a matter of fact, I'll make you a side bet that I win the poker tournament.
Oh. Do we want to confirm this on camera?
Shit. It's
How much? How much though?
I'll give you this.
How about that?
I'll be top 3.
Oh, that's
What? Fuck, we got
no,
15
come
people
on.
there.
Come on.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
I'll be top 3.
I'll be in the top 2. I'll be
okay.
top 2. I'm willing to do. I could do a $50 on the side bet that I'll make it to the last 2 people on the game.
Okay, we'll see.
The only way I lose, let's say it's 3 people on the
Who do
table.
you think? Okay, if anybody were to beat you, who do you think would beat you? Out of all of us.
Probably King John.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it? Because. Why? I've never played. I don't know. I've never played with him.
He's played enough times.
Okay.
You know who else is good? I don't know if you know him. James, boyfriend or husband to Karen.
Karen, no, I don't know.
He hangs around a different circle that we go to, right? So everybody, you know, he's good, but he's done it a lot too.
James.
I think he could definitely whoop my ass on that. I mean, I'm not that good, but I'm better.
But I
than
think
y'all,
you're better than
motherfuckers.
all of us. Yeah, I think I just watch this shit on TV.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, oh, that looks good. Let's bet.
Dude, we used to play this shit every night in the Marine
I'm
Corps,
gonna
bro.
go all in on the first hand. By the way.
Yeah, you're gonna be gone. Bro. Yeah, you'll be gone.
Maybe
I'll call it.
Maybe me and you should do a side bet on the first fucking hand. Fuck it, we'll both go all in. Let's do that. So do you want to go? We should do it blindly.
I can't promise that.
Come on, dude, because you know that the first person gets out is a bet, right? What's the bet if the first person gets out? They got to clean or some shit?
Yeah. You got to clean the restrooms for the remainder.
Oh, no, let's not bet on that. Let's do the second half.
I wonder if the primos are going to, because no one agreed to it. But I think so. Like, we should have a tournament that first night. And the first
No, not the first night, because I don't know if everybody's going to. It's Thursday to Monday.
Right.
So who knows if everybody's going to go Thursday to Monday. I know some people are going Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So let's do it maybe Friday. Well, I don't know. Me and you are making plans for everyone.
Right.
Maybe we should put this shit in the group chat.
Yeah, we should.
Right?
We should. I think I'm banned from
We
the
can
group chat.
persuade.
Because I was trying to get us to go to Tijuana, but that's a whole different story.
Baller room.
Baller room.
That's all I'm going to say. Baller room.
Baller room. The
I was down. I was down.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Calle Coahuila, we'll be right there just chilling. And anyways, cariñosas are not for us, people. This is not the channel for a cariñosa. Right?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Right. Anyways, moving along.
Moving along.
Moving
Okay.
along.
I think you have been doing a lot of questions. And nobody has asked any questions to the open road host, right?
Right. You're right about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you touched a little bit about like, what do you call it? Ayahuasca? Ayahuasca. I know you've done a few,
Ceremonies.
right? You've done a few ceremonies, is what you call them. And I've looked them up because I was intrigued after we talked, and we touched a little bit actually. You talked about your ceremony was like awakening, right?
Right.
And we talked about that maybe cancer was awakening, like it's a different, which
it's a near-death
I thought about.
experience,
Yeah,
I guess,
right.
yeah.
And I thought about it, right. But I don't know. I'm still scared.
Let's go, man.
I'm scared, dude. Like I thought about it. I've looked it up. I've seen
I'm going
other
January
people's
again.
Oh shit, dude.
Come on. It's not
Okay,
expensive.
well I got a whole year to think about it actually.
Fuck the thinking, man.
Hey, is King John going with you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he knows about it.
Yeah, I know. He was talking about it last time actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Well, I know. I heard
bro.
the first ceremony. I heard how it went,
Yeah.
and you were very. I've noticed your feelings are different from the first one and the second one, right? Because you touched a little bit was Jamie, by the way.
So, second one,
Did you do it with the same person?
yeah. I went to the same place.
Does it matter who you do it with?
I don't think so. People would
Because
say
you're on your own by yourself?
Yeah, people would say yes, but I don't think so.
Does it have to be done in the jungle?
I was in I wouldn't call it a jungle. I was like 45 minutes away from Medellin, and it's like they call it a finca. So a finca to us would be like a ranchito, right? Like maybe a 5-acre little ranch, with a lot of wilderness there, like so. It was that.
So you're like not
ranchito.
a town, but there's other people in the same spot. It's just you're secluded, right?
ish.
Okay, secluded.
Okay, picture Evans, like a house on Evans.
Okay.
But maybe like 2 or 3 properties together, right?
Okay. And then everybody else spread out, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it's decently spread.
So like 2-3 acres, let's
Right.
put it, so people can kind of see where you're at, right?
Mhm.
So 2-3 acres ranch
Right.
from everybody else.
Right. And this whole second experience was a little bit different. Like, I don't think we've touched it, but I'll go into it. So, you know the
Okay,
first story,
did you
right?
have? Yeah, I heard it from you personally, and then I saw your episode, of course.
Right, the
And-
outstanding episode that you could
Yes.
find on Open Road.
Which video has most views, by the way?
I think my ayahuasca in Spanish video.
Okay, well this one's gonna beat it.
That's right.
All right.
We're looking for 4.5K more. You know what?
what? What is the goal, by the way,
The goal for what?
for us? Let's make this video the most viewed video. If it had to be, how many views would it be?
If I'd have to get at least 5,000 views out of this video to top the other video that I've done.
We're gonna get 5,000.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know what Ceci tells me?
What?
She's like, Papi, I believe in you.
I believe in you too.
She's like, you're gonna get that play button.
Ooh, and we're gonna hang that bitch.
I'm like, how the
We're
fuck
gonna
do you know
hang.
about a
She's
play
been watching
button?
YouTube too. Okay,
Yeah,
when we
she
do
knows.
get it, Andy,
Yeah, we will. We will.
I think when you do get it, we should throw a little party, right? All the subscribers or all the people that
Right.
were
The
on your
beginners.
podcast, right? We should all get together
Uh,
because it was pretty cool.
that'd be cool to have a good podcast like that too.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
So, going back to the ayahuasca, right? Because that's, if anybody knows me, that's I love talking about it because like it's so good, right? So this second time, well, the first time I went was a 2-time experience.
Okay.
But it was kind of together, right?
This is.
So this one was on its own.
Can I ask you a question before you start?
3.
The-
Up to 3 questions.
Okay. Well, damn, you give me a fucking limit. I gotta.
Yeah,
let me put it all one to it.
Nah, what you got, bro? What you got?
When you drink this tea or this drink, right? You're drinking DMT, right?
Right.
Right. But what is DMT? Is it a plant? Is it
It's
or what? What are you drinking in the tea?
okay. So there's 2
Right?
plants.
What color is the tea?
It's like this brownish, bro.
Really?
It's the
And you
worst.
fucking drink that?
It's the worst thing you've ever drank in your life.
Really? It's pretty nasty.
Nasty. You ever like fell and ate dirt? Like, you know, you fall off your bike. And,
Not on purpose.
but you've done it, right?
Yes.
As kids, you know,
Yeah.
and the kids nowadays don't know what that is, but
You think it tastes like dirt?
worse than dirt.
Worse than
Like it's
dirt.
strong. So the way it's made, from what I've researched, there's 2 plants in the Amazon or whatever,
Okay.
out of 2 million species of plants.
Okay.
You take one and you get the other one, and somehow you brew it to extract it, and
Okay.
that's how you get the DMT, like, to come out of.
Is
but-
it the same? Okay, if you were to smoke it, right? There's people that smoke DMT, right?
Mhm.
Is it the same?
Well,
or it's not? It's a different
it's
effect,
still
right?
DMT, but so if you smoke it faster, lasts less.
Okay.
So that thing will blast
So
you
you
off.
still hallucinate, or you don't
Yeah.
hallucinate?
With a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or with smoke or drink?
Yeah, both. It's a psychedelic, bro. So
Okay.
yeah, you'll go into that. But the second time,
When you say psychedelic, right?
Mhm.
What else is a psychedelic?
LSD,
Like acid and stuff.
I think LSD.
Have you ever tried any of this other shit?
The only ones I've tried is psilocybin,
I don't know what that is.
so mushrooms.
Okay. And a
Mush-
tea, or you ate them?
Both.
Hmm.
I've done both.
Is it the same as DMT?
No,
Whoa.
No.
What do you like better, DMT? Like the ayahuasca ceremony, or
I don't know. They each serve their purpose.
okay?
So the mushrooms will pop your third eye open,
Oh,
and what I think the mushrooms do is kind of cure your brain. Like, that's just my own like research. It helps cure like a mental state as well, and I think the ayahuasca helps like your soul, dude. Like, I think it's deeper.
Okay.
The ayahuasca's deeper. Like this.
I think
last
it all
time-
depends on what you believe in, by the way.
Right. Right.
And I believe in that stuff too. But
Spirituality, man, it's different than religion, I think.
yeah.
But it's kind of based on the same stuff. Like,
Well, talking about
Sh-
that. Well, my cancer, right?
Mm.
First treatment, I lost like 15, 20 pounds, right? And I didn't know how to, like, I don't know if it was psychological or if it was in my body, but I couldn't eat nothing. I didn't have an appetite. The only thing that helped was weed,
Right.
cannabis, right?
Right.
So I started smoking, or I started doing gummies, and that's the only thing. But now that I think about it, I don't know if it was mentally, like, that would help me think like, oh man, this is helping me eat, or if it was actually helping my body. So I believe a lot in that too. Like, it all believe.
what's plant based?
Yeah.
And you have cannabis, whatever receptors in your body, right?
Yes.
So why the hell are they there?
I don't know. But I was just
Are
thinking
we
about that
meant to
while you
take
were
that?
talking about. I don't know.
Like,
Are you meant to take DMT?
I think so. Because our body
'Cause you
produces it. Your body produces
Another
it.
thing we were talking about, dreaming.
Okay.
Right? When you dream,
Mm-hmm.
you said I don't know what episode it was, but you said that whenever you drink this drink, it does something to your gland or something that it makes you dream, right?
Your
And
pineal gland.
yes. And did you know that when you smoke weed that it affects that gland too,
Well,
right? It stops it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. It
It
depresses
stops it. So you dream less when you smoke. And when you stop smoking, by the way, if you ever try to stop smoking weed,
your dreams become harder.
your dream become more vivid, where it's just real.
And I believe that happens
Do you think that happens too with
No.
what you're doing?
because I've already had the ayahuasca experience. So
Do you get any
to me,
any after effects after you do it?
so now that I've done ayahuasca,
Yes.
if I do take some THC almost gives me a psychedelic effect, if that makes any
Because
sense.
you know where you're going,
Right.
I guess, because you
You've
understand.
been there.
Okay.
You know how to take
I-
that feeling.
Okay, but when you said that your third eye pop, right,
Okay.
with the mushrooms, did it do the
Mhm.
same thing with the mushrooms and then you smoked weed and it kind of got you there? Or it's just with the ceremonies with the ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca.
I know. Okay.
And-
Say it one more time.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah.
That would be the last time I fuck it up.
You said I
Ayahuasca.
thought you were saying Anunnakis. Anyways,
What?
so when you're saying Ayahuasca, I was like,
Okay. Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. There you go.
Okay.
Can you
Ayahuasca.
say the question again? Yeah, I got thrown for a loop.
Okay. You said that whenever ayahuasca, right, that you, after you did that, you can get with the weed and it'll get you there, right?
Right.
That they did the same thing with the mushrooms because the mushrooms, you said
No.
that it opens up your third eye.
No, the mushroom's a whole different ball game.
So the mushrooms after you smoke, or even if you smoked after, it wouldn't, nothing compared to what you do now.
A whole different world, man.
Okay. Well,
But, you
your
know,
second ceremony,
Right. So,
you didn't go alone. You went with someone.
right, went with
With
Roque.
your Roque, right?
Actually,
Did Roque like the experience? Would he do it again?
he would never do it again.
Because it fucked him up.
No, just it's hard.
It is hard
Right.
because I think the first one you said you had to accept your problem, or there's a lot of soul searching. That's how you said, right?
Right. You're
The-
going deep, bro.
But if you, okay, I have a lot of questions.
So the
right?
second time, I went, and what happened to me is I started seeing the process of everything, the process of life, the process of being a baby to whatever. So I started seeing processes, and I started seeing like visions of like the process that I need to go through, all this other stuff. And when I got up, what my intent was the second time was to purge my body, right? Like my soul, to get ready for this year, right? Like, because I'm trying to do podcasts, I'm trying to do all these things.
Did you have expectations for your second ceremony?
No.
Because you already went to the first one, right? Did you go in hoping you were seeing something,
No.
or you just try to go in
I
clean?
went with a different intent. My first intent.
But you already knew that. You already had
every experience is
right?
different, though.
Okay.
So it's like you don't know what you're
But
gonna get into.
before you went in, you didn't have any expectations. You
No.
didn't think like I'm gonna see this or I'm gonna fix
No.
this or this is my major problem. It was just
Yeah, it's just
Clean.
you go. So the ayahuasca, what it does is like, first thing it does kills your ego. It destroys it, and then it moves forward.
and this is
And
every
you go-
time you go.
Yeah, and you go fix what really is wrong.
And
with
whenever you talk to different people, it's the same thing. Like that's the first process. Like you're gonna break your
I
ego.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Because I've been researching, right?
Mhm.
And they do say that it has a lot to do with ego. They see a lot of those gestures that you
Oh, the
talked
court
about,
gestures,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
court gestures or whatever. They see
Mhm.
that a lot, and they do say that after the experience, I guess, like you said, they accept themselves
a lot
more, right?
Right.
Like they're able to be more comfortable in their skin. Like
Right.
they're able not to hide or whatever,
Right.
right? Because they're able to face, like the same thing that you say. A lot of people say the same shit, right?
Right. Right.
Which is kind of why I want to do it, but then I don't because I don't want to go to Colombia. By the way,
Well, I mean, you could do it in the States, but I think if you find
it's
it here
not.
in the
It
States,
wouldn't be the same. I don't
it's
think.
watered down.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
my
think it would be the
opinion.
same.
I'm not sure. So, like,
Would
this,
you try it in the States?
No,
Would you try it anywhere else?
probably just go to the same place over and over. And
Because
over.
you're comfortable there, right?
And I think setting and mind and mood,
It
and
helps.
it's everything. Like I am comfortable there, so like I know I can let go. And these guys are like, they have their shaman. In
Yeah.
Colombia, they call them a taita,
Like that. Okay.
and they take care of you if you need it. But if not, so back in the day,
So has this been going on for a long time?
right? So
How long do you think?
long time, back in the day, the shaman
And it's been the same process the whole way, or has been changed?
It's changed.
Okay.
So
Is it more safe now? Do you think?
back then,
How long does DMT stay in your body? Sorry. You said I had 3 fucking questions, all right? So I asked all 3 at the same time.
so back then, you would go to a shaman and you would
Okay.
tell him your problems, right? This
Before.
is back then.
Before, right?
And the shaman would take the ayahuasca and he would go take a trip, and he'd go fix things for you in that realm.
Oh.
As time,
Can we do that still?
Right? Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And I'll tell you another story that I think is possible with ayahuasca. So now you basically take your own shot and you go fix your own problems. That's kind of how it's just changed and evolved through the years from
Okay.
the research that I've done.
Okay.
So that's like you're basically taking the medicine, bro. Like and
Yourself.
that's- Yeah, yourself.
Because a lot of people do say after they do it, they do feel like that drug or whatever they're taking, that it does cleanse them or their body, and they just feel,
Right? You're either going to throw up
yeah.
or have
Or-
diarrhea or both.
Okay.
This last time I had both. Because my intent,
That didn't happen the first time?
no.
It was just
First
throw
time
up.
was just throwing up.
Okay.
This time was diarrhea.
And you can't control it, by the way, right?
No.
It just comes.
So I'm going to get into this story.
Okay. Kind of scared for you.
Second time. This last time I went in January.
Yes.
So I see the process of what's happening. Go through it. I get up to throw up. But my intent was to purge my body, my soul, get ready for this year, right? So I go throw up, and then I got to go take a shit, like diarrhea, go take care of it in the restroom.
This is all in the restroom.
Yeah, they have little restrooms there.
Okay.
So I come
Good.
back, I lay back down, I go back into concentrating, and I go back and I start seeing the process again. And then they come around and they give you the second shot. Do you want it? I say,
So
yeah.
did you take a first trip?
No.
So
That's
you did
the
it.
process that I was seeing.
Mm.
So it's not a trip. I'm seeing it clean my body, bro. Like I'm seeing the medicine travel through my body, showing me the process of how it cleans it.
So the first trans was
Right.
the medicine cleaning your body.
Right. Because that's what I wanted.
Because that's what you wanted.
Well, that's what my intent was. And the medicine said, yeah, I'll do it for you.
So, like I said, you did have an expectation because you wanted to purge your body.
Right.
So that's what you saw.
Right. Right.
And the first time you went, you wanted to fix,
a problem.
and it fixed it, right?
Right.
So it
I
does.
saw clarity in the problem.
I got you. So
make
it
the
did.
decision.
So your expectations was
Right.
you wanted
To make the
purge. So,
decision in
okay.
the real world.
Okay.
So I see this thing, right? And it's fucking, I'm seeing the process of everything. And I do start getting visions of like what I'm seeing with my YouTube, me as a father, and me as, everything, right? Like you see your whole life.
Yeah.
So that goes through. I wake up. I'm okay. They offer the second shot. I take the second
Of course,
shot.
you're gonna take it. Of
Boom.
course.
I'm already in Colombia. Why not?
Yeah.
Boom.
Right.
So I go back in there. And as I'm going through the process, I start fighting like what I call demons. And what I mean,
But what do you mean demons? Like
So,
depression,
anxiety,
anger,
depression, fear,
Okay.
all these things.
But that's
they're all
everybody's
coming
demons, right?
together, right?
And when you say coming together, did they build something, or is just what do you see? Like,
It's
do you
the
see
emotion. You feel the emotion.
So you don't see nothing,
No,
or do you just
you're
feel it?
feeling the anxiety. You
Like,
feel
just
the fear.
feelings feel.
Right. And you're like, but they all come
Do you
at
fucking
once.
start sweating or anything?
Yeah. Like, so I'm like,
That's why you said you couldn't get it out. You
Right.
just wanted to get it out.
so I look to my left to look at my little brother, right?
Hey,
And
what
I
did
look
you-
at everybody else, and
I think your words were, "My bitch ass brother's not gonna help me." Is what you said, right?
so.
That's fucked up. By the way.
I'm almost want to ask for help, and then I remember nobody can help me.
Yeah, it's just you.
This is my shit. So I go back in, and I could hear myself in the real world just till I got it all out, bro. And then I got it all out, and I was good. I felt
When you felt good, what did
The
you see?
release.
If you can, do you remember?
nothing because this was not.
You didn't see like a color blue. You didn't
Nothing.
see it. Nothing. It was just
Nothing.
pitch black.
No, because I just woke up. The
Oh, so
medicine
you-
had done its work for me. That makes any sense?
So you didn't see,
No.
like you didn't hallucinate like you did the first time.
Well, I saw the process.
So you just saw the medicine in your body.
Right. That's what it wanted me to see.
That's pretty weird. That's pretty
Right.
cool, actually.
But the medicine does what it wants, and it's going to do what it needs to do to you, and that's what happened.
So when you go the next time in January, like you said, do you think it's gonna be totally different, right? But whenever you go in and your expectations, do you think it's gonna do that? I think so.
It
'Cause-
depends what my mood is. Who knows how good this year goes for me, right?
yeah.
And then next January, I end up over there again, and it's like,
So
what do I want to do?
have you ever heard of stories where people don't face a problem, where it's all good?
My first one was kind of like that because it was.
Well, no, because you said you had to
but
go
I
through
went
a
to
problem.
fix the
right?
problem.
But you
and
fixed
it
it.
got fixed in like 3 minutes.
Oh, I didn't know that. We hadn't talked about it. I didn't know how long it took.
Right.
Well, how do you know it was 3 minutes? How do you know it wasn't an hour?
Because
that
I
you
know,
were in the trance.
like, it was immediate, bro. Like, you can tell time when you're...
So, okay, let me ask you this.
So, you can go in, and you can come back out.
Wait.
At your own control.
You can go in and out and a lot of stuff, by the way.
You can. You definitely can. I got 2 kids. I know you
but,
can do that.
Okay. But like you said, to fix the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
You knew before you went into your trip, you knew that that's what you wanted to fix, right? Did you know the answer before you went in?
Yes, because it's within you.
So you knew already the answer.
Right. You're looking for clarity.
So it wasn't...
You're talking to yourself when you're in there.
So it wasn't you knowing the answer. It was you just making it happen or doing...
Because you kill the ego.
Okay.
And then the answer is within you, bro. And then you just go pull it out. You're like, fuck, this is the right thing.
So the second time you went, you weren't looking for answers. You just wanted to cleanse your body, and that's what it did.
And it did.
So your brother, right? He went with you, right? Was he looking for an answer?
He got his...
Did he get his answer?
Yeah.
But he got his expectation, right? He came out with what he needed?
He said he'll never do it again.
Really?
It's so strong. He says, I'm fucking
See, that's
crazy.
what I'm scared. I'm scared I'm going to go through and I'm going to...
Just do it.
So what if you see an answer that you don't like?
It's
up to you. It's up to you if you do it right.
It's the truth.
That's fucking crazy.
You're finding
That's just fucking crazy. Like,
you're finding your truth, whether you like it or not. That's when you kill the ego. That's what it's all about.
we were talking about after effects. Is there any after effects that you don't feel nothing after? If you were to take a drug test, you'd fail.
They'd have to tap into my spinal cord, I believe.
For that?
Yeah, for the psychedelics, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
All psychedelics?
I would think so.
Okay.
Did the camera move or is it still good? Okay, so yeah, you're kicking the camera, homie.
Am I?
Somebody is.
Sorry.
Sorry, damn it, fail, you know. But I think you should.
So
do it
you're gonna do it every year?
every year if God, yeah. Every January, bro.
So what happened? Well, I read there was this one guy that he went to so many trips on his ayahuasca, and after so many, he said that the jesters told him to stop coming back.
Right.
So does that mean, would that be your limit to be like, hey, stop for a while, or would you just stop completely?
So you got to
Or what
look
do you
at
think?
it. You got to look at it deeper. The court jesters told him to do that.
Yes.
Who controls those court jesters?
It's himself, I believe, right? It's all in your head.
It's all in your head. So he told
So
himself,
he probably told himself, hey, I'm doing it too many
yeah,
times.
I got to
Let's stop.
It's time to slow it down.
So it's all in.
You know.
So it's yourself.
It's yourself. What it does, it helps you get in touch with yourself. And you kill the ego. So you don't have that ego anymore.
Okay.
We all have it. I mean,
Well, I'm still on the fence.
you come back out, and of
think
course you
I'm-
rebuild your
I'm-
ego again.
I want to, but I'm scared. But I think a lot of people,
It's not for everybody.
I agree on that too.
I'll tell you this is the hardest thing I've done in my life.
The first time or second time? Or all
Both,
the times?
every time. It's hard.
Do you have to talk yourself up to going?
No, I live by 2 words.
Fuck it.
And I just do it.
That's not fucking good all the time, dude.
I've been doing it for 38 years. It's working so far.
Fuck.
I'm still alive through all the bullshit I've been through. Like, it works, man. Fuck it, just do it. You know,
Yeah.
like that's it.
Well,
Sometimes
I
it's
lived
what
through
you
that for a while. Actually, when I was doing my treatment, I would say, fuck it, we got to do it right to move forward. Right.
So,
I like that.
recapping everything we've talked about, if there's a message, bro, that you could give anybody,
Go to the doctor.
go to the doctor.
If you're a guy, dude, go
everybody.
to the doctor. Don't be hard-headed.
So you know your mom
Go
and
do
dad.
preventative checks, bro.
Your mom and dad are listening. They're going to be watching this.
Yeah.
What can you tell them?
I love them, man. They gave me the most support. They were behind me 100%. And it really hurt my parents when they found out I was sick, right? Because it's your child, bro. Like, even, it doesn't matter how old your child is. You always are going to feel
Their baby.
that you're their baby, right? And I will say this. I wasn't their favorite, but I am the favorite now because of the cancer. Junior used to
You
be.
hear that, Junior?
Yeah, Junior.
You're done, homie.
Junior. So, yeah. Junior was a favorite, by the way.
I think so.
So, yeah.
No.
But the way he is, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, like just don't let anything slide by, man. Like, you know, just go get checked. Don't wait.
Yeah.
You know?
If
And if someone does like get sick or whatever, it's don't ever lose hope, bro. Like you're ever, just I'd go to the doctor, bro, and I'd see people, and I'm like, they're worse than I am.
Right.
Like I can do it. It's easy shit. We can do this. So just don't lose hope and keep going forward. It'll be easy.
Yeah,
Take
you
care
say
of
that now.
Yeah, I say it now, but when I was going through it, it was.
I bet, dude.
It was different.
I think you're courageous, bro, for coming on the podcast and talking about it.
This is awesome, by the way. I loved it.
I don't think it's not easy.
It's not. It is different, by the way.
And you're still dealing with it, and you're this positive, bro. Like that's gotta mean something, bro. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I actually have a scan coming in a month in May. I gotta go, but I have to do these probably for the next 2 years. I gotta do them like every 3 to 6 months, right?
Gotcha.
And I mean, it sucks, but I know it's helping me. Right? I don't want to be sick anymore, right? Nobody wants to be sick,
right?
But yeah, I've contemplated a lot, dude, because chemo really fucks with you, man. It kills you, right? Yeah. And I really don't want to do it again. If I have to, of course, I would do it again. But I hope I don't have to.
I think you're doing great. I think you're a good example for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Because even when I visited you, bro, even out there, we were still fucking laughing.
Yeah, right. And if you probably didn't know this, but it really helped me a lot because nobody would come. I mean, some people would come visit me, right? But like I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. And when people would come visit and talk to me that way, it made me feel like a sense of normal, I guess, because I wasn't normal at that time. Like I was sick. Everybody
needed that normal.
Yeah, I needed that norm.
Like just fucking
right?
treat me
right.
Yeah,
motherfucker, don't feel sorry for me. I ain't gonna die yet, right?
Right.
Which is,
and I think it's just that's the military in me. I have to view you that way.
Yeah, and
you might,
but it's just the way you are. Like you don't hold nothing back, right? Like you. And that's how I am too, and I like people, right? What works, like you don't hold nothing back. You don't feel like nothing was untouched, I guess, right? Like everything was said and done. I said what I had to say, right? Which is cool.
And man, appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on and giving us that inside look that
we're going for 10,000 views, by the way. We're getting 10,000 views, right?
Yeah.
Right?
What if it does, dude?
Hey, dude.
What the fuck, man? Like,
so I'll get a comeback. I'll get another episode, right?
Yeah,
right.
Are you gonna come see us again? You're gonna be a guest in another.
I would like to come with another co-host.
Oh.
How about that?
Another co-host. Who do you want to talk to?
I'm not gonna say any names.
Oh, you want to come with somebody?
But I'm saying, like we should have like a little co-host, right?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like, okay, that's what you're saying.
We can do like a party co-host.
We should get Junior to come on, bro.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool, man.
What would we ask him? What were some questions you would ask Junior?
Junior, bro, like, damn it.
Why are you so tanned?
Right. Why? Like, did you get burned when you were a kid? You know, like for Junior's. Yeah, you'll see him when he gets on the show.
We'll have to put a different kind of background.
Oh, God. Anyways, well, we're gonna end it here. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. And if you got any questions where can people follow you at?
I don't really.
Do you have Instagram?
I have an Instagram, yeah.
All right, what's your Instagram?
I don't know. I think it's Celos333.
Okay.
I think is what my Instagram is.
Celos333.
Yeah, it's got a white truck.
White truck. Okay.
Yeah, just add
there might be people that want to continue and
yeah, if anybody wants to talk,
your journey in life
yes,
as well. How you deal with things.
Yeah, if anybody wants to talk, we'll be talking.
That's where they can find you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Well, all right, guys. I appreciate everybody, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
Bro. That's badass, bro. Thank you, man.